grandstand bettors. It is Freebie Fridays. We are excited to be back to give you 3 more huge plays for the weekend. But before we get into that, just make sure you hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss any of our free plays, including upcoming NFL week number 8. You'll see that come out on our channel in just about 24 hours. So stay tuned, hit that subscribe button, and get notified when the plays come out. But without further ado, let's get into our 3 plays of the weekend. So first is going to be a play in college football at noon Eastern on Saturday, and that is between the Coastal Carolina and Georgia State teams. Now, the over is set at 59.5. That is a doozy, and I'm going to tell you right now, we don't think that's high enough. Coastal Carolina is a top 25 team at 5-0, coming off their win at Georgia Southern 28-14, and Georgia State is 2-2, coming off their win at Troy 36-34. Both these teams can score points. There wasn't as many points last week in Coastal Carolina's matchup with Georgia Southern. In fact, 2 out of their last 5 haven't gone, or I'm sorry, 3 out of their last 5 have not gone over 60 points. On the flip side, Georgia State has no defense, gives up a ton of points, and puts up points themselves. In the last 5 games they have played, all of them have gone over 60 points. So, what's going to give here? Is Coastal Carolina's defense going to give, or is it just going to be a scoring fest with Georgia State? We like the over 59.5. Coastal Carolina can run the ball, throw the ball, and Georgia State can't stop anybody to save their life. Look for that top 25, yes, top 25, Coastal Carolina to put up a ton of points on Georgia State and have it go over 59.5. All right, play number 2 is in the matchup between Temple and Tulane, also at 12 Eastern on Saturday. Now, both of these teams, again, can put up points. Temple is coming off a loss against Memphis, losing 41-29. They dropped to 1-2 on the season. On the flip side, Tulane is 2-4, having lost to UCF 51-34. As you can see from both of those scores last week, there were a ton of points. In Temple's 3 games, all of them have gone over 60 points. In Tulane's 6 games, 4 of them have gone over 60 points. The only caveat with Tulane is their running game. In the last 2 weeks, they failed to put up over 200 yards rushing, and that's really what drives them to be able to score quickly and often. Now, Tulane has kind of a running back by committee. There's no one guy. There's a leader of rush yards, and there's a leader of touchdown yards, and there's a leader of rush yards per attempt. They do it all. All 6 or 7 of them know how to rush, and it's going to be a run-heavy offense against Temple. Now, what does Temple have? A really bad run defense, and we think that sets up for a huge game with Tulane. I expect there to be 1, 2, maybe 3 75, 65, 55-yard rushes for touchdowns, which are scoring quick and then giving back the ball to Temple, who has a great rush offense as well, including a nice passing game to go with it. So the over is set at 59, just kind of like our Coastal Carolina. And again, we're going to go over 59. So look for Tulane's rushing offense to take control of this game and score a lot of points very often. Temple, Tulane, over 59. And that brings us to our 3rd play of the week. This is a big one. It's in the Premier League, and of course, it's from our friends at Very Biased Opinions. If you haven't gone over to Very Biased Opinions, what are you doing? These guys are entertaining. They know football. Yes, this football, not this football. They know soccer. They're so great, and we're lucky to be partnered with these guys. So go over Very Biased Opinions, check them out. And while you're there, you'll probably see them talk about this matchup. It's Everton versus Newcastle on Sunday. Now, Everton is coming off a really disappointing loss 2-0 to Southampton last week. We were actually on the over for that game. Everton really disappointed us. they did pick up a red card. I think it was Luka in about the 70th minute or so. Now, he went out. The game kind of changed. They couldn't put up a goal, and they ended up losing 2-0 to Southampton. On the flip side, Newcastle had a great away draw against the Wolves, 1-1. They played really well, and they look to continue against Everton, who is at the top of the table despite the loss last week. Newcastle is kind of near the bottom, 14th, 15th, about that range. I believe they have 8 points, and this should be an exciting matchup. Newcastle is the home team here, but Everton probably has a little bit of a bad taste in their mouth with that loss to Southampton. We look for them to bounce back. Very Biased Opinions is telling us that Calvert-Lewin is the man in Europe right now. This guy is on fire. He's the best striker. The guy hails from Australia, and he's just scoring goals left and right. With this game also, Very Biased Opinions is letting us know the possession is going to be super heavy on Everton, and that really plays into a guy like Rodriguez. So look for Everton to have a huge amount of possession, and if any of that doesn't do it for you, on the last little tidbit we give you, they're 5-2 in the last 7 when they play at Newcastle. Everton is. So we're going to take Everton minus half a goal. So a 1-0 win is all we need to cover that spread. Everton is a really good team right now. They're at the top of the table, like we mentioned. So as always, we're going to back our friends at Very Biased Opinion, and we're going to take Everton minus 0.5. All right, well, that does it for our big weekend. We hope you follow us. Make sure, again, you hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss any of our plays, especially our upcoming NFL Week 8 plays. Just to recap real quick, we have Coastal Carolina, Georgia State over 59.5. We have Temple and Tulane over 59. And our friends at Very Biased Opinions are letting us know Everton's going to bounce back this week, minus half a goal at Newcastle. So remember, whatever you do this weekend, just sit back, relax, and let us do the work while you do the winning.